Hi guys, so I am back with another Nutty Nail Co collab, and this one is wedding nails, and it was chosen by my SNNF Anne-Marie over at Nail Force 1. So as usual with the Nutty Nail Co, there's going to be a playlist. Please watch everyone's video because all of them are beautiful. But you should see all the different takes on the idea of wedding nails. These nails I am doing are sort of inspired by my first wedding dress. Now, not my first wedding. I've only been married once, but I had 2 wedding dresses. So basically what happened was I had a wedding dress. I bought a wedding dress and I'd bought it months and months before I was due to get married. And basically what it was, I went and tried on a wedding dress in the bridal shop. Knew that there was no way I could afford this thousands and thousands of pounds dress. But then I went home and looked online. So I found the style of dress that I wanted. It was like a beautiful beaded bodice, and then the skirt was this meringue of ruched material, silk material with gems and crystals and pearls and things all over it. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was a proper fairy tale wedding dress. It was gorgeous, and it was antique gold. It was like it was like a satin material, but it wasn't that ugly satin material. It looked really expensive and it just looked really gorgeous anyway. So I bought it and I'd had it for months, and the person I was marrying said about the wedding dress, and I said, oh yeah, it's all sorted, I've got my wedding dress, it's packed away, there's only 2 other people that have seen it and that's the way it's staying, blah blah blah. And then I don't know why he said it. I mean, I do know why he said it, because that's what he thought, but he said to me, I'd be really upset if you didn't have a white wedding dress on when you walk down the aisle. So I was like, oh my God, who told you? And he said, what? And I said, well, who said something to you? And he was like, nobody said anything. And I was fuming. So the people that knew about it, I was convinced they told him, and that's why he was saying it. So that was it then. I was so upset, but I was angry because I was convinced that someone had told him that I had this gold wedding dress. So I was like, well, now I've got to find another wedding dress. Anyway, so that was what that was. So my first wedding dress was like an antique gold colour, and it was absolutely stunning. I haven't got a single picture of it because I only tried it on once, and then I sold it to buy my white wedding dress, which was absolutely stunning. I loved it, but it wasn't my first choice. So these nails are taking inspiration from my first wedding dress. So that's my little tale behind these nails. So getting to the nails, I have painted 4 tips with this peachy nude colour, and then I've done a French tip with the gold from Blue Sky. I'm now just putting some iridescent butterflies and textured sort of little mini hexy squarey different shapes onto those. That was the gold nail that I've ombre'd the larger pieces of gold on. I'm so sorry, I haven't talked much about these nails, have I? This is like iridescent with like it's not silver but it's not gold sort of hexy mixing, but it's got iridescent hearts and things on, which I thought was quite cute. So I'm just putting that into the base coat. The hearts were actually very sticky uppy, so I probably should have shaped them before, but done it now, so there you go. Top coated this ombre nail with matte, and I'm just going to go around the outside, make like a border with the gold gel polish. These gel polishes are all Blue Sky. I think the top coat that I use the Kiki London rubber top coat because I haven't got any rubber top coat in the Blue Sky. So yeah, that's the rubber top coat that I was telling you about, and that's from Kiki London. And this is really good if you've got glitters or anything on the nail. You don't need to use builder gel or anything if the glitter isn't too sticky uppy. So inside of the border of that nail, I'm just putting a layer of that rubber top coat. You'll see why in a second. So I'm going to use these pixies and just sprinkle them into that rubber top coat. Now these are the tiniest ones. I'll show you a profile picture in a second of just how tiny these are, because when you see it from the top like that, it looks like, oh my goodness, look at the mess, it's sticking up catchy bits everywhere, but they are so tiny that once I've patted them all into place, all you see is just glittery goodness. That's it really. So Annie from Nail Force 1, who picked wedding, it just so happened to fall on her wedding anniversary weekend. So happy anniversary to Annie and her hubby. I hope you have a lovely time away, because I know you're going away for a few days. So here it is, all cured. None of them are moving. And I think I go round with matte. Yeah, I do. If you're wondering what all them speckles are on my arm, I've been decorating my daughter's room. Say decorating, throwing a bit of paint around, it's hardly decorating, is it? So I've painted I've top coated this one with matte, and I'm now going to paint using no wipe top coat and a tiny bit of the gold in the top coat so I can see it. And I'm just painting in some little embossed part on that matte nail, and I'm doing that so that I can rub some chrome into it once it's cured. So I'll just let you watch this. So here's the pigment powder I'm going to use. It's from Charlie's Nail Art. There's a code that you can use for 10% discount in my description, so don't forget to check that out. And you can use that every time you order from Charlie's. It's not a one-off thing, so do take advantage of that. And I'm just patting that into the no wipe top coat, making sure that it's all completely covered. Dusty dust, there you go. And I'm just gonna go over again and just rub it in and make sure that it all is lovely. A bit of dust, there you go. And I'm just going to use my liner brush, and this is my Kiki London liner brush, and I'm just going to top coat over the embossed bits that we've just put the pigment on, so that it doesn't run away. These are a little bit tamer than my usual designs, but wedding nails, they don't have to be extravagant, they have to be subtle, I think. So for this sort of gold and peach theme, I would probably team up with some gorgeous Alaska white roses and some very, very pale peonies, depending on the time of the year. If I couldn't get peonies, I would probably go for calla lilies, and I would have a teardrop bouquet as opposed to a hand tied. That's just my preference. I mean, certainly when I was working in the flower shop, I was a florist for 20 years before I started doing nails. And once the sort of hand-tied bouquets came fashionable, it certainly was easier from a floristry perspective to do hand-tied. They were certainly quicker and easier, and I think as well they were more long lasting because you can't undo the handle and place them in water. So certainly from that aspect they're better, but I don't know, I just like the traditional shower bouquet, the teardrop shape. Just my personal preference. So I'm just putting some crystals on this, what would be the thumbnail, and I'm just doing a delicate design. Lots of caviar beads and lots of nice AB and iridescent crystals. I'm using the rose gold caviar beads because they look nice against the peach and the gold gel polish that I've used. So guys, have any of you got any wedding horror stories or funny stories like my 2 wedding dresses? So I'm just gonna completely go around this heart crystal with caviar beads and make a chain so that it looks like it's a little chain on the nail. Okay guys, so we're nearly at the end of this video. Don't forget to check out everyone else's videos and the girls over on Instagram as well. Don't forget to go over and give them a like. Thank you to Nail Force One, Annie, for picking this theme. It was certainly different. I haven't done any wedding nails before, so it was a little bit of a challenge. I did thoroughly enjoy being a bit more simple, delicate. Yeah, I'd say more delicate than my usual crazy nails. It was a nice change actually, so you might see me doing a few more of these delicate designs in future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, say hi, and I shall see you in the next one. I'll leave some pictures at the end for you to see how they all look together. Thanks for watching guys, bye bye.